Hi everybody. Okay, fair warning, this video might be a little bit longer than my usuals have been. But if it gets like too long, I'll chop it up into two. Okay. So let's go back and see where we've been. Okay, Luna, I guess Lisa Yamada is out. Although I'm not really sure about that because I've talked about this principle before. Okay, when on a soap opera, if a person is considered unalive, they may not be completely unalive because I have seen more times than I can count a, a character I thought was totally gone comes back and it turns out they weren't unalive. They were hiding, they were buried or something, but they weren't unalive yet. I've seen it all. Okay. So that's my theory. Okay. But I have to work with what I'm given on the day, right? Okay, so going on the basis that she is unalive, there's all this press coverage about what happened and the whole thing. And they want to know exactly what happened. And the reason I know that is because Bill Spencer, Don Diamond, and Heather Tom, Katie, were dealing with all the articles, news articles, whatever. And he goes into, well, you know who wants to know every detail? They want to know every detail. And you want to know where they want it from? Me. Because I'm the one who let her out of prison, helped her out of prison. And then so Katie, ever present, is saying, well, Bill, it's not your fault because you thought that she could be redeemed and all this stuff. And it just wasn't true, but you can't beat yourself up about it anymore. And he says, you know what, right, Katie, you're completely right. I'm like, okay. And apparently on the clothing thing for a second, apparently everybody else got the memo. They were supposed to be in black because everybody wasn't black today. Everybody. So yeah. Okay, we have Broken Ridge, and then Donna and Eric. Which okay, I gotta tell you guys, this has to be major news when they got John McCook on the soap opera because he is almost never on there. So this has to be major. Okay. So Donna and Eric and everybody, and they're all in black, right? And then, but I skipped something, and I skipped the best part, I think. Okay, now I personally, this is a personal thing. I have been asking for shirtless people for the longest time because I'm like, why are there no shirtless people? It's toward the end of the year. Come on. I got members today. Okay. Crew Morrow is hot. Now, granted, I know not age appropriate, not geographically desirable. I know all the things. I'm just saying. He is a nice looking guy. Okay. So here's how I got my shirtless scene. They're at the beach house and he's taking a shower in the outdoor shower. I'm like, all right, score. And for those couple minutes, I did not care about continuity, none of it. I was like, all right, okay, moving on. Um, sorry. Okay, so then he's at the beach house, and he and Lester are laying out in the sun, right? They're 20-year-old people, 20, 21, whatever. That's what they do. Okay. So Katie and Bill are talking about how he has to handle his grief, and we have to make sure he handles it. I'm thinking in my head, and I said to no one, um, okay, I understand he has to handle his grief, I agree with that. But the boy is 20. Okay? If he can handle his grief in like 24 hours, that'll be a record. Could you just lay off him a bit? He's 20. Okay. So, so then here's the interesting part. And I mean the really interesting, where I was like, what? Huh? Oh, okay. So I'm sitting here watching, and I'm like, okay, cool. And then somebody gets a text message. I'm assuming, okay, now this is the part of my brain that's the assumption part. I'm assuming somebody sent a text message to Electra, but it says Electra, and then the text message is, I know, or I'm the one who really hit, or no, I'm the one who ran over Luna. And I go, what, huh? What the? Oh my God. I literally, my brain exploded for 5 seconds. What? Huh? Please explain this. Okay, like who? And then once I get over the shock, my brain goes into questions. Okay, who sent this? Why? Where did they send it from? Where are they? How do they know that? What happened? I mean, like literally, what happened? My brain just started going off with like all the questions, and then I want answers. So I was like, whoa, yeah, we are in a. Okay, so here's the trajectory I see this going now. All right, so we have an unaliving, and now they're going to turn it into a mystery thing. I don't know, but it's a little late because if they're going to do a proper mystery where you're trying to find out who did it and why and all this stuff, I would think that they would need more time than a month from the end of the year. I don't know. Unless they plan on having it so long that it overlaps into the next year, 2026. I don't know. But I don't. I'm confused again. So I'm just gonna have to wait because my brain. Okay, this is the way my brain works. When you head me down a path, my brain goes down the path. If you go like, I'm like, what the? And I don't know where you're going now. So yeah, my brain is like confused. So give me a day and I'll figure it out. Like, or maybe I don't want to figure it out in a day because if I can figure it out, that means that you're not doing enough. So who knows? Okay, bye guys.